The abolishment of the death penalty in South Africa. The court case.
In June 1995, the Constitutional Court of South Africa made a historic decision that changed the fate of hundreds of prisoners on death row. The case was State versus Makwanyane and another, and it challenged the constitutionality of the death penalty in the new democratic South Africa. Makwanyane and the co-accused had previously been convicted and sentenced to death for the crimes of murder, robbery with aggravating circumstances, and illegal possession of firearms and ammunition. They appealed to the appellate division, which referred the matter to the Constitutional Court to decide whether the death penalty was compatible with the interim constitution of 1993. The interim constitution guaranteed the right to life and the right to dignity, as well as the protection against cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. After hearing the arguments from the state, the accused, and several friends of the court, who represented various human rights organizations, religious groups, and legal associations, the Constitutional Court unanimously held that the death penalty was inconsistent with the interim constitution and declared it invalid. The court's decision was based on several grounds, including 1. The death penalty violated the right to life, which was inviolable and could not be limited by any law. 2. The death penalty violated the right to dignity, which was inherent in every human being and could not be taken away by the state. 3. The death penalty was a cruel, inhuman, or degrading punishment, which inflicted severe physical and psychological suffering on the condemned and their families. 4. The death penalty was arbitrary and unfair, as it depended on factors such as race, poverty, quality of legal representation, and personal views of judges and prosecutors. 5. The death penalty was not proven to be an effective deterrent to crime, nor did it serve any legitimate purpose of retribution or rehabilitation. The court also recognized that although it was widely believed that a majority of the population favored retention of the death penalty, the court, however, stressed that its role was to uphold the Constitution. The court stated that
the question before us, however, is not what the majority of South Africans believe a proper sentence for murder should be. It is whether the Constitution allows the sentence.
Therefore, although public opinion could have some bearing on the court's considerations, the court held that
public opinion in itself, it is no substitute for the duty vested in the courts to interpret the Constitution and to uphold its provisions without fear or favor.
Last but not least, the Constitutional Court also ordered that all executions be stayed and that all prisoners awaiting execution have their sentences reconsidered by the courts.